Namaste student, welcome to my class. This is Information Technology for class 10, subject code 402. Today topic, perform operations on table in unit 3, relational database management system. The topic that we are going to focus today are data manipulation language, sorting data, referential integrity, creating and editing relationship between tables. Let me see all these topics one by one. The first topic is about data manipulation language. In short, we can call it as DML. DML stands for data manipulation language, which is a language that enables users to access and manipulate data in a database. In last session, we saw about two languages in SQL, that is data manipulation language and data definition language, DDL and DML. DDL is a language which is used to define basic structure of table in a database. But here we are seeing data manipulation language which is used to insert, delete, modify, or you can retrieve the data from the database. That is called what? Data manipulation language. But in DDL we can define the data, that is we can define the data in the table for creating the structure of table, layout of table, alter the table, how to delete table in database. These things we saw in the DDL, but in data manipulation language we are going to see how to add records, how to modify records, how to delete unwanted records in the table can be done by using this data manipulation language. The goal of this data manipulation language is to provide efficient human interactions with the system. So the human can easily or efficiently interact with the database system by using this data manipulation language. What are the statements are involved in this data manipulation language? Select statement, insert statement, delete statement, and update statement. The select statement is used to retrieve the information from the data, and the insert statement is used to insert or add records in the database. The delete statement is used to delete or remove information in the database. The last one, update statement, is used to modify the information in the database. These are the available statements in the data manipulation language. Structured query language. Structured query language we can also easily called as SQL. SQL stands for structured query language, is one of the programming language or query language, is a part of DML involving information retrieval only. The query language is a part of DML which is used to information retrieve from the database. The most popular data manipulation language is a structured query language. The most popular data manipulation language is what? This SQL, structured query language, which is used to retrieve and manipulate data in the relational database. Relational database means collection of two or more tables which is related to each other or linked to each other. We can retrieve the data from all these linked table in your database. The other forms of DML are those used by IMS, DLI and CodeISL databases such as IDMS. IDMS means Information Database Management System, which is mainly used by the IBM. Types of data manipulation language. There is two types of data manipulation language. One is procedural, next one non-procedural. Procedural means we have to maintain step-by-step procedure for writing the code. So this type of language specifies the user to what data is needed and how to get the data from the database. But in case of non-procedural, the user can only specify what data they need, they can get from the database. This is easier for the user but may not generate code. So that in this non-procedural database, then they don't need to generate the coding for all the procedures. The user can use efficient manner as that produced by the procedural languages. The next very important one, insert statement. What is insert statement? Insert statement is one of the DML statement which is used to add one or more new records to the database. The general syntax for this statement is insert into space table name. Here table name is a user defined name which have been created already in the database. After this followed by column names. Column name is nothing but field name. For example, employee number, employee ID you can give here. Then space values. So here now only we are going to give the values for this respective columns like value 1, value 2, value 3. So how many columns or how many fields you have been added, you have to give the value for this respective columns. This is the general syntax for insert statement. Here I given under this I have given a example for this insert statement. So here insert into yes details. So here insert into is a keyword or syntax for inserting the values in the records, but S detail here is the table name. I said user defined name that have been created already in the database. So after this followed by the bracket. Under this bracket you have to give the field name like ID, name, roll number, date of birth, class, phone, email, color, location within a double quotes, then close the bracket. Then you have to give the keyword as values, then open the bracket, then give the values for this respective field name like 8 for ID, Ranjit Singh for name, 67 for roll number, on the date 12/3/99 for date of birth, 10th for class, 435363 for phone number, then ranjit19@gmail.com email address, white is for color, Bihar is for location. Then have to put the semicolon to terminate the statement. So I said every SQL query is terminated by the semicolon. So do remember, if you fail to give this semicolon, the query will not be executed. It throws an error. So this is how to insert the records or data into the database by using the insert statement. The next statement is delete statement. If there is unwanted or extra records will be there in the table, means if you want to delete, means you have to use this delete statement. Delete statement is used to remove one or more records in the database. The general syntax of this delete statement is delete space from space table name. Then you have to give the classes var. Then you have to give the conditions. This is the general syntax for delete statement. So table name is a user defined name. Then you have to give the var as a syntax. Then you have to give the condition. Whatever condition you have to give, you can give to the particular data to be deleted. So here I given an example for delete statement here. Delete space from yes detail is the name of the table. Then var id equal to 8. So in this yes detail tables which are id name equal to 8 means that particular record will be deleted by using this delete statement. Next topic is sorting data. What is mean by sorting? Sorting is nothing but arrange the data in either ascending or descending order is called sorting. So in our class register, attendance register, mark register, all the student name will be in alphabetical order. Like this, in table there is so many records will be added in a table. I want to arrange all these records in a particular order, that is ascending or descending order. We have to use this sorting options in database. So how to do this? First you have to select the column which field you want to sort. So here I have select one column named as employee name. Then go to the option is called what? A sorting option. You can see here A is Z. So that is the two. We have a 3 sorting option. The first one is the general sorting. Next one is the sorting in ascending order. The third one is sorting in a descending order. Click this option to sort the data in a ascending order. The second diagram shows the data in the alphabetical order. That is sorted column will be there in the second diagram. This is how to sort data in the database. Next one, referential integrity. So referential integrity means referring. So we have in database we have one or more table which have a reference to other table. So we want to link all the data into one table in database, means it is used to maintain accuracy and consistency of data in a relationship. Relationship means table. So in base, data can be linked between two or more tables with the help of primary key and foreign key constraint. Key means constraint. So we want to link the data between tables with the help of key constraints like that primary key and a foreign key. So referential integrity is used to mainly for maintain the accuracy and consistency of a data in a relationship. So I said data are linked to each other. Data in the tables are linked to each other. If same records will be present in another record, mean duplication will become. So for this avoiding duplication, we have to use what? Referential integrity. The accuracy, we have we need more accuracy data. For this purpose, we have to use what? Referential integrity. So why do we need differential integrity? It is used to avoid adding records to a related table. So if you are adding records to a related table, if there is no associated records available in the primary key table, so I'm adding no new records in the table. It's already available in the existing table, means the unwanted one. So for that we have to use what? Referential integrity, changing values in the primary key. So if I change any values in the primary key table, it will be reflect back to the remaining table. For example, I have two tables, employee details and employee salary details. Employee details consist of employee ID and employee name. Same column will be there in the second table also. So whatever modification I have done in this first table, that will be reflect back to the second table also. For this purpose, we have to use what? Referential integrity. The third one, deleting records from a primary key table. If there are any matching related records available in the associated table. So two tables have linked to each other. If I delete one records from this first table, means the data will not also present in the second table. So it will be, because it will link to each other by using this referential integrity. For this purpose, we have to use the referential integrity in the database. Creating and editing relationship between tables. What is relationship? A relationship refers to an association or connections between two or more tables. So what is relationship? We have to make a connections or reference between two or more table is called what? Relationship. So how to help relationship between tables? It is used to save time, as there is no need to enter same data in the separate table. So if I enter one particular data in the one table, means that also will be present in another table. So what will happen? Automatically we can save the time. So whatever changes, whatever addition records in a table, means that also will be present in another table, because two tables are linked to each other. That is called what? Relationship. It is also used to reduce data entry errors. So we can reduce the data entry error. So if I entering something, means other people can do sometimes some make errors. So for that purpose, I can use this relationship in a database. So we can easily summarize data from related tables. So I can easily summarize the data from all the school records. I need the records from all the 10th standard students, mean I can easily summarize from 10th standard A section to 10th standard E section. That is called summarizing data from all the tables. The next one, types of relationship. There are three types of relationship which can be created in tables. The three types are one-to-one, one-to-many, or many-to-one. Both are same. The third one is many-to-many. These are the three types of relationships in the database. Let me see one by one. Two ways to create relationship between the tables. There are two ways to create the relationship between the table. The first one, click the insert option. So here we have a insert button. So here if we have a insert tab in the menu bar, then go to the new relations options. You will be getting a dialog box in the right side, relation dialog box. Here you have to choose what relation tables you want to enter into the database relations. So I created employee, EMP and department table for making the relationship. This is how to create a table in the relations between two tables. Otherwise, we can simply drag the primary key column. So primary key column is employee ID. Simply drag the primary column from one table to and drop it on another key column for another table to make a relations between two table. I repeat, how to create a relationship between tables. Go to insert menu in the menu bar, then choose the relation, new relation options. You'll be getting the dialog on the right side. So here you have to choose the table names to make a relationship, then click OK. The two tables will be added. Otherwise, drag the primary key column from one table and drop it into the another table, primary key column table, to make a relationship between the two tables. The first one-to-one relationship types. In this relationship, both the tables have a primary key columns. Both the tables have primary key columns mean that relationship is called one-to-one relationship. I repeat, both the table has primary key column. Here in this diagram, employee table and department table, both the fields employee ID and department ID are set as a primary key. So this relationship is called as the one-to-one relationship. So we have a one line is right. So we are linking to each other. So this line is called relationship line. So which makes a one-to-one. They mention one here. No, they specify one on both the tables. So this called what? One-to-one relationship. One-to-one relationship means both the tables have a primary key column, means that is called what? One-to-one relationship. The next one-to-many relationship. Either one of the table must have a primary key column, means that is called what? One-to-many or many-to-one relationship. It is used to signifies that one column of primary key table is associated with all the columns of the associate table. So here employee ID is linked to all the field in the department table. So employee ID is linked to department ID, department name and location. This is the meaning of this one-to-many relationship. Next one, many-to-many relationship is no table has primary key column. The table, if both of the table doesn't consist of primary key column, means that relationship is called a many-to-many relationship. So all the fields present in the table must connected with all the fields present in the another table. So it signifies that all the columns of primary key table are associated with all the columns of the connected table. So here no primary key has been set in the both the tables. So employee ID is connected to all the fields present in the department, and the department ID is connected to all the field present in the employee table. This is what different types of relationship in the database. The types of relationship are one-to-one, one-to-many and many-to-many relationships. Let me see how to create, how to insert records, how to delete records in the database, and how to sort the data in the database, and how to make a relationship in the database in your demo now. Now we are going to see how to insert and delete records in the database. For that, you have to click the start button to launch OpenOffice. Go to openoffice.org. Click on this. You'll be getting all the applications available in the OpenOffice. So we are going to work with OpenOffice base to create the database. Click the OpenOffice base, or alternatively you can click the OpenOffice icon available in the desktop. So OpenOffice is launching now. So this is the database wizard dialog to create a new database and opening an existing database file. Now we are going to create new database. Then click next button. The next step is save and proceed. So I'm going to register the database for me. Then click finish. So once you press finish button, you'll be getting a save as dialog for saving your database. That name. So I'm going to give the name as employee. So my database name is now employee. Then click save button. Then click finish. The employee database is now opening. So in this database window, we'll be having a three pans. The first one is the leftmost is called database pan. The top one is called task pan. The bottom place is called tables pan. Okay, there is a three pans available in the OpenOffice base window. So here we have a four database forms are available. The options are tables, queries, forms and reports. Now we are going to create tables only. The table can be created in two ways. One by using create table in design view. Other one is called using a SQL DDL query to create a table. So now I'm going to create table by using the create table in design view. Just double click on this in the task pan. You'll be getting a table design window like this with along with your database name. So now being in employee database, the table name is table 1. Still I didn't give the name for table in the table design window. So now I'm going to specify the field name and field type. Field type is nothing but data type for your field name. So I'm going to create my field name as employee EMP ID. Then choose the data type as integer. So last time we saw about different types of data types in the database. The next field name is employee name. Then type will be as text char. Next one designation. So the type of data will be again text char. The next one I'm going to give us date of joining. So here I given date of join as DOJ. So I'm going to set the data type as what? Date. Okay, these are the different field name I have given, and I also specify the field type for the given field name. Suppose I want to set the employee primary key for employee ID. So how to set primary key? Just right click on this small triangle, then choose option as primary key. If suppose I want to insert new record in between these two fields, so how to insert the new row here? Just right click on this, then insert row. So we'll be getting a new row like this. Here I can enter whatever field name I want to enter. So I'm going to give employee number or employee address. Like this you can give. Okay. This is what how to define your table structures by using the table design view. Now I entered all the things. Then next you have to go to the save your records. How to save? Go to file, then save. Okay, here you can give the table name as employee details. Okay, then click OK. So the name has been present in the title bar of your OpenOffice base window. Then close the design view now. So we have created a table named as employee details. I'm going to give the in data for this employee tables. Just double click on this table. So we'll be getting the data view, table data view. Here I can enter the ID as 1001, employee name as Rom, employee address rel, designation manager, date of join will be like this. You can give the records. Second record 03 Viren endurance YouTube like this. You can give the records for this table. This is what how to insert records in the database. So I added 3 records for this table employee 2. Now to save this record, how to save the record? Go to file, then choose save current record. The current record has been recorded in the saved in your employee details tables. Okay, then close the view. So I have created the table by using the design view. Now I am going to create one more table using the SQL query. For creating SQL query, go to tools, then choose SQL. We are getting a execute SQL statement dialog like this. Here I am going to, in this place, command to execute area, I am going to enter the query for creating table. How to create table? Create table space table name. So I am going to create a table as emp2. Okay, then open the bracket, then employee ID, that is I'm going to specify the field name followed by the field type. So field types will be integer, then put comma, then salary. I'm going to specify the data type as decimal of 6, then comma, then grade pay, integer, then open the bracket, net pay, followed by the data type for this field. So this is my second table I'm going to create. The syntax for creating table is create table, table name, then you can give the field name as employee ID, then data type. So whatever field name you want to give, you can give along with the data type. So now I entered my query for creating table. At the end of the statement, terminate by the semicolon, then press execute button now. So be conscious while typing the spelling of the data types. Okay, so now my query has been executed successfully, then close the button. So I want to view this table, go to view, then refresh table. So I have created two tables now. The table names are employee details and employee 2. I want to insert some records in employee 2. How to insert? Just click on, just choose table, then go to tools, then again SQL. I'm going to create a query for inserting records in the table employee 2. For that I want to see the table field now. So choose a table, then go to right side of the table area, then click document. So you can see the field name here, then go to tools, SQL, then get query as insert into table name as employee 2. Here this is my table name employee 2, then space values, then open the bracket. So what are the value I'm going to give now? Employee ID, salary, grade pay, net pay. So employee ID will be 1002, comma, salary will be 3000, grade pay 5000, net pay 8000. Like this we can give the value for this table. So I have entered one record now. Press execute. So your query has been executed successfully. So I'm going to enter second table, second record now. So again change the values 103. Then data will be 4000. So salary will be 9000. Then execute. Okay, like this I can add one more record. 102, 9000, give us 14,000. Then execute my record. So now I have entered a 3 records for this table employee 2, then close the query. This is how to insert records using the insert statements in the SQL. Okay. Now you can see here. So how many records I have entered now? 102, 103 and 102. These are the records I have entered by using the insert query in the SQL. So now here I have duplication. Both the records have duplications 102, 102. I want to delete this record now. So how to delete records? Go to tools, then SQL, then give delete table, table name. Table name is what? Employee to where, W-E-R-E, where. So you have to give the field name. So what record I want to delete? Salary 9,000. I'm going to give a salary equal to within quotes 9,000. Semicolon. So this is the statement for deleting the records in the table. So delete table, table name, where you can give the condition as salary equal to 9,000. Why I want to delete this? Because this record has the same name as the employee ID. So I'm going to delete this record, then execute. So delete from table name where salary equal to 9,000, then execute the command, then close. Now click this. My record has been deleted with the salary 9,000. This is what how to delete the records in the table. So here how to open the table? Go to right click on the table, then click open. The record will be open. Now I'm going to show how to sort data in the database. So first you have to choose the table, field name. So I want to assign this arrange this field name as the ascending order. So choose the column name, then go, this is called sorting tool, sort ascending, sort descending. So I'm going to arrange this field name, employee name field as the ascending order. Just click this. Your column will be sorted in the ascending order. This is what sorting the record in the database. So what is sorting? Arrangement of data either in ascending or descending order is called sorting. So for that you have to choose the field name, then go to sort ascending with the sort descending as per your requirements. This is what sorting the records in the database. Next one, creating relations. How to create relations? Go to tools, then relationship. So whatever table you want to add, you can add here. So the add, then I want to add both the tables. So now I'm going to create the relations. Like what are the three different types of relations? One to one, one to many, and many to one. So I'm going to create here one to one relations now. So what is one to one relation? Both the table must have a primary key. What is one to many? Any of the table must either of the table, either one of the table must have a primary key. But here I have only two table, only one table have a primary key. So new relations, will be getting a relation dialog like this. So whatever fields you want to add, you can add here. Then okay. So this is called what? One to many or many to one relations are created now. Why? Because the second table has a primary key, the first table doesn't have a primary key. So any one of the table must have a primary key is called a one to many or many to one relationship. The next one, how to remove the relationship. So I have created a relationship here. I want to remove the relationship now. How to do this? Just very simple. You have to take your mouse point near this relationship line, the blue color line. Just right click on the line. You'll be getting the option as delete edit. Choose delete option to delete the relationship between the two tables. I repeat, to delete the or remove the relationship between two tables with the help of the delete option, just right click on the relationship thread or relationship line and select the delete option to remove or delete the relationship between the two tables. So with this slide we came to the end of the session. The homework file and your classwork notes file will be posted in your group. So try to complete your classwork and homework on time and submit on next week. So thank you children. The next class we are going to see how to retrieve the data from the database and how to create forms in the database in your next session. Thank you children.